Hello, I'm Crazy and welcome back to another video, and this was the first ever Portable Mario video game. It was a Game Boy game, as you can tell by the cartridge, and this is a Game Boy Advance SP, one of the slightly newer Game Boys, an inspiration to the early DS's, as you can see. I'm going to be using this to play Super Mario Land today, as it's the newest Game Boy you can get that supports this game. So, Super Mario Land was very similar to just Super Mario on the NES and on the SNES, but obviously, as it had to be put onto a smaller portable system with less processing power, they had to scale it down, and this was given to the job of the creator of the Game Boy, Gunpei Yokoi. So he decided that they would change a lot of the way that the game looks in order to make sure it doesn't use up too much power, doesn't drain too much battery, which is the main selling point of the Game Boy. So I'm now going to load up the game into the SP, so if I just blow on this a bit. There we go. Just slot that right in the bottom. So obviously it doesn't go the full way in because it's one of the older Game Boy cartridges, whereas the Game Boy Advance cartridges do go the full way in. So if I just lay it down here and switch it on. So you saw the original Game Boy start up there, and then it goes straight to Super Mario Land. It is in slight colour as opposed to what the original Game Boy is in, but that's it pretty much. It's just playing a demo right now, and because it doesn't take up all of the screen ratio, there's an option where you can press the left trigger and it will enlarge like this. So I'm going to be playing it like that for the duration of this video. If I start off. As you can see already as we've loaded into the game, let me just pause it here. Mario is a lot smaller, the background's a lot smaller, you don't have a menu, so you don't necessarily load in. There's no cutscenes because they don't have the processing power to do that. Just so you can see this a bit better, I'm just going to try zooming in there. Okay, here we go. And you can just see that it obviously isn't anywhere near as complicated as the normal Mario at that time. So if I just zoom it, let me just turn the sound up. And also the lucky blocks, they're not yellow because obviously they didn't have any colour. So when this game has been just automatically recoloured by the SP, it hasn't just added the yellow in. And this is the mushroom. That is the mushroom that will make you bigger, and it looks a lot different to the normal mushroom because obviously, like I said, they've changed the interface. That's just a coin that's been coloured yellow. And the way it works, the two main mushrooms, so the green and red mushrooms, are both all slightly different in this game. So the green mushroom has been replaced by a heart, which does the exact same thing, and they are just been scaled down. The theme to this game is very different as well. So, like I said, the red mushroom has been replaced by just a standard looking mushroom. And I believe we'll get to see the heart in a minute, but as you go over here, you can see that you can't then go back, as it can only load this amount of the level at a certain time. There's the bigger mushroom again, you see, very plain, very interesting colours. Here, the Koopa Trooper has been replaced by something called a Bomb Trooper, and they explode after you jump on them, so they look like the exact same thing. But as there are so many differences in this Mario game, they had to make up an excuse for why, and that is the excuse for that is that this is set in a completely different world to that of the normal Mario games, and I don't think these are even called Goombas, and those things I don't even know what they are, but obviously you've still got the tunnels. I don't think you can get on this one, but they're yellow as opposed to green, which is slightly strange. You do obviously have the star power up. So I'm running through. Oh, never mind. As you see, you just spawn back in. There's no save data because this is an early Game Boy game. And this, the thing that's special about this Mario game is that when you spawn back in, you don't go immediately from the start of your last checkpoint. You just respawn slightly near to where you died. And then the way it works at the end, if you go through the bottom of this little tower thing here, then you'll get just put into the next level immediately. Whereas if you go through the top of the tower, which is slightly more challenging, you'll go into a small bonus mini game thing. So if I just load in here, it's just counting up my scores, and it does sound a tiny bit odd, as it's just exchanging the time into more of a score. And this is a little bonus game I play, so now that's leading me into the bit that has 2 lives. So that is it for now. I'm not going to show you any more of the game, but that is Super Mario Land. So probably the strangest version of Mario I've ever played, other than Super Mario Sunshine. But still, it's a thing somehow. I don't know. Thanks.